A quote from the book: learning to follow Jesus is simply learning to pray the Lord's Prayer. Give us 2 or 3 minutes on that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, the Lord's Prayer, again, like good art, is so simple that a child can pray it, but it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And the rhythm of the prayer, from adoration and celebration of the coming kingdom, through the very simple petition which contains all petitions, daily bread, please, that's what we need, on to, oh my goodness, there's a mess in here, there's a mess out there, and it's coming to get me, and okay, we're still there. So there's a kind of wonderful inaugurated eschatology about the whole thing, that yes, God's kingdom is coming on earth as in heaven. Yes, in the course of that, God knows we have massive needs, and God knows that one of our needs is for forgiveness to receive for myself, forgiveness to give to other people. But then within that, there is a battle still on. We do need to be protected from evil. And then I know it's not probably in the original, but for me, it's always a sigh of relief when I get to the doxology. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. So come back to where we started. Hallowed be thy name, our Father in heaven. Sort of holding all things together with our needs nested in the middle of that. And as I pray that day by day, it kind of seems to grow with me. And it includes, I remember Simon Barrington Ward, to whom whose memory this book is dedicated because he died of COVID-related things early on in the pandemic. Simon was a great advocate for the Jesus prayer, Lord Jesus Christ, Son of the living God, have mercy on me, a sinner. And he would say, people think that's a narrow prayer, but it isn't. It opens up to contain everything else. And that's how I feel about the Lord's Prayer. It opens up to contain everything else. And there's many different dimensions to that. And one of my very early bosses, when I was first ordained, the chap who was in charge of me, as it were, used to say, when somebody comes exploring the possibility of belief, he said, what I really want to get them to do is to pray the Lord's Prayer. He said it may sound trivial that we all know the Lord's Prayer, but actually to pray it slowly, thinking about it, to get into that. By the time they've really done that, they are quite literally coming to faith, that prayer will embrace them and bring them into the very presence of God.